I forgot to turn the camera on again. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Prop Queen Pod. I don't know what just happened to the video. Okay, nope. See, this is what happened to the video. It decided to go out. We're back. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Prop Queen Pod here on this Thursday. I'm the Prop Queen, Ariel Epstein. Only a half-hour show today because I have to catch a train with my dog. So no guests. No, the camera shouldn't still be off. Am I on? Am I on, Sean Michael? It could be a little delayed. I see myself. Audio's good. Video's good. Sometimes things just get all messed up in the settings when I'm... Thank you, Sean, for the clarification. Just going through Prop Queen edges today, and I'm going to tweet that out. I am just all over the place because I have to pack up me and the dog. We have to get home for the 4th of July, but I still want to make sure to get all your picks in. And I was so glad that we had Pam Maldonado on the show yesterday because she gave us winners. She went 2-0 on the show yesterday for Wimbledon best bets for today. We had action all afternoon, so it was a lot of fun to watch, except for my Yuri Perez under, which did not hit. He had 7 strikeouts and went over 5.5 Ks. Prop Queen edges, Prop Queen prop edges in today's mini pod. Tune in now for MLB and WNBA action. Okay, so we've got Major League Baseball, we've got WNBA to get to. Again, this is going to be a shortened pod. I was on VSiN today for 2 hours, so if you needed more of me, you could have listened to VSiN. No show tomorrow, by the way, because it's 4th of July and everyone should be enjoying the holiday. I'm excited for the 4th of July because not only do I sit by my pool, I go and watch Joey Chestnut and all of the craziness at the hot dog eating contest. And shout out to what's her name? The female who, why am I blanking? I just did a whole hour on this. Pseudo winners women. She's unreal, by the way. Yeah, Pseudo, Miki Pseudo. She has won 10 in a row. So it's all just about her over under, which is at 46.5, I think. And like majority of publics on the over. Majority of the publics also on last year's male winner, because of course Joey Chestnut wasn't in it. I'm fading the public. I'm going to go somewhere else. Like if you're looking, okay, so I'm going to go look at the board. I know that I had the odds up and now I have to get them because we technically don't have the odds here in New York. So I have to get them elsewhere. So right now on the hot dog eating contest, you can get James Webb at 25. Well, sorry, we're doing without Joey Chestnut. You could get James Webb at plus 275 or Jeffrey Esper at plus 275. Bertoletti is at plus 135 and everyone's on Bertoletti. Bertoletti had one of the best hot dog eating contests of his career, if not the best ever, last year. He isn't consistent like that, though. So when you look at consistency, your 2 best bets outside of Joey Chestnut are James Webb and Jeffrey Esper. Those would be the 2 places I'd be looking. I obviously am not going to be taking the 3-1 on Joey Chestnut to break his record of 76 because he took off, like he wasn't allowed to participate last year. So I have no interest in Joey Chestnut and breaking a record when he didn't even participate last season. And I know that he did the Netflix special, but the Netflix special was different hot dogs. They made them differently. It was a different setup. I'm going to take, if you want to take any over, go look at more than 116.5 for Pseudo and Chestnut combined. So that combines the female with the male. That gets you over 116.5 for plus 105. At least if Joey Chestnut gets about 68 to 70, which is what I'm assuming he gets. If Pseudo makes up for it by going over her 45.5, then we could hit this over of 116.5. Joey Chestnut, I lean under, but everyone's betting the under, so now I'm kind of freaked out. I just don't like that he took the year off. And again, the conditions though tomorrow are pretty favorable. I'm not sure if this is a fade the public situation. You guys probably don't care, but I'm just very intrigued by this. There's also spreads. Like you could get Bertoletti plus 17.5 to Joey Chestnut. You could get James Webb plus 20.5 and Jeffrey Esper plus 20.5 to Joey Chestnut. I just think that we are overvaluing Bertoletti because he had one good year. Sorry, just because you have one good year. I don't care. Again, mini pod. So I'm just going to go through and WNBA and Major League Baseball. I also have a really exciting announcement next week. So stay tuned. But I'm really excited because it's a partnership. Not like a massive thing, but like a good one that's really going to be beneficial to all of you watching. This partnership is probably going to help a lot of you guys with prop bets. So I'm really excited about it. We will talk about it next week, though. Not this week. Tease. Let's go to some WNBA action. So WNBA tonight, we've got a bunch of props that are trending in the right direction and very favorable right now, starting with Azura Stevens under 7.5 rebounds. This is the Sparks Liberty game. Stevens had a max of 5 boards in 4 of her last 5 matchups with the Liberty. Even without Liberty center Jonquel Jones, Stevens went under in 7 of 8 career games against Liberty dating back to 2022 without Jones. Unders, they thrive in double-digit spreads. The Liberty are favored by 10.5. I would look at the under 7.5 boards for Azura Stevens. Natasha Howard in the Aces and Fever game, under 20.5 points plus rebounds. Howard's gone under 20.5 points and rebounds in 6 of her last 10 games. And at home, Howard's gone under in 88% of games this season. So she's not putting up as many points and grabbing as many boards in her home games. Jordan Canada under 14.5 points plus rebounds is good value at plus 100. She's gone under 14.5 points and rebounds in 8 of her last 10. And at home, she's gone under in 3 of her last 5. Skylar Diggins over 17.5 points in the Storm and Dream game. Diggins has had 18 or more points in 65% of her last 20 games. On the road, Diggins is crushing it, hitting this over in 7 of the last 10 road games. Diggins put up 29 last year in Atlanta, so she's got good matchup with them. Take the over 17.5 points on Skylar Diggins. What else did I have? Paige Beckers. This one, I got the go-ahead also on VSiN today from some WNBA experts. So Paige Beckers under 10.5 rebounds plus assists in the Mercury Wings game at 8 p.m. Eastern. Beckers, she's gone under this in 62% of games this season, and at home, she's gone under in 4 of 5. Also, probably with this double-digit spread, again, between Mercury and the Wings, they're going to need her to put points up, so she's not going to be able to focus as much on the boards or dishing the ball out. Usually Beckers is dishing the ball out more, but in a game like this where you could be getting blown out, Beckers might be more of an over on points and an under on rebounds and assists. Alyssa Thomas in that same game, over 6.5 rebounds. She's been crushing the boards up against the Wings. She's had 7+ boards in 71% of career games against the Wings. In Thomas' last 5 games overall, she grabbed 7 or more in 4 of the last 5. Those are my WNBA prop trends that you could take a look at. And if you did miss anything with the WNBA, if you want sides, then go for, there were 3 sides that Coach Young gave out yesterday on the pod. So if you want those sides, then go on the YouTube at Prop Queen Sports. You could check out Coach Young's entire WNBA segment. And I just posted them to my X page on Prop Queen Sports. So if you go to Prop Queen Sports on X or on YouTube, you could check out all of Coach Young's plays for tonight's WNBA slate and also his analysis of the games and some of the players. What did you say? You hate when I do what? What do you hate that I do? Sorry, the tease. Yeah. I can't announce it yet, though, because it's not official. I have to wait till it's official next week. Once I do that, then you know how it works. If you give out a bet, you say it's like a great bet of the day, and then it loses, you jinxed it. I don't want to jinx anything. Next week, the announcement will come, and I promise you guys, you will have a lot of help in profiting more from prop bets because of what's going down next week on the pod. I'm just so excited for the growth of all of the Prop Queen, and I love that you guys have all been helping out. It really just means so much to get you guys tuning in all the time. We're getting more partners, getting more sponsors, helpful things going on, so I'm really excited for all of you guys. Sean, enough. Mark, Houston wins the West. I like the hot take. I do. I like it. I think Houston is a really fun team to watch. The one thing I hate about KD is, right? The one thing I hate about it is as much as Let me see. Stats. I just want to get some of his numbers. I wanted to see how many games KD has played. So KD played in 62 this year. Not too bad. Last year, 75, not bad. 47. Okay, he's played in a decent amount of games. My problem with KD is always that KD is so in and out of the lineup with his injuries that I am hoping it doesn't disrupt the flow in Houston. He's old. He's 38. I hope it doesn't disrupt the flow in Houston. The same way, remember with like the Nets power team, these players, like they played together for a combined 12 games. Same thing in Phoenix. Like the stars all played together for a very small amount of time. So when you keep going in and out of the starting lineup because you're hurt and you're old, it could throw off this Rockets team. They're young, they're fun. I just don't want to see anything disrupt the flow. But I don't mind it. I don't mind the Houston Rockets, except it stinks that they're only like plus 850 right now. The Atlanta Hawks at 10-1 also intrigued me. I know that value got sucked out, but 10-1 for anything or longer still feels like good value to me on any future. Anything longer than 10-1, I always like. The Hawks, not saying they necessarily win the East, but maybe if they even got to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you could hedge out. Thoughts on the gambling tax freak out? I'm not freaking out yet. I don't freak out until things are done and settled. I mean, like, I know that they say it's a very good chance, but I think wording might change. And I'm not really good at law terms, but overall, based on what I've heard from friends, the gambling tax is going to impact people who are much wealthier and have bigger bets as opposed to the regular, like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to impact as many people as we think, but we'll see. I keep having friends fighting over it, and I'm kind of over it, honestly, based on I have text message group chats that are blowing up with like 50 to 80 different group chats. And yes, I'm working on it actually, Sean Michael. I do have some people who are gambling lawyers who can explain it. I've been in touch with them. I just wanted to get a little more information on it. And then maybe next week. With the holiday and everything, it's been kind of difficult to get everyone squeezed in. But let's get to some Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, some good matchups tonight. Willy Adames, 3 for 5 with a double and a homer against Brandon Pfaadt. Paul Goldschmidt and Aaron Judge have great numbers against Chris Bassett, especially Goldie, 4 for 9 with a double and a homer. Bo Bichette, good numbers against Clark Schmidt, 333 average. No extra base hits, though. Rhys Hoskins hitting 438 with 3 doubles and 2 homers against the Mets starter David Peterson. Eugenio Suarez hitting 364 with 2 doubles and a homer. More from where that came from with Suarez later on. Bad matchups. Teoscar Hernandez, he's 2 for 12 with a homer and 2 Ks against Aaron Savale. DJ LeMahieu has not gotten a hit in his career against Chris Bassett. Francisco Lindor, 3 for 22, a double and 6 Ks against the lefty Jose Quintana. These are some hitters props that you could take a look at, and I know that some of these might shock you. However, some of them, I mean, they make sense. First, let's start with CJ Abrams, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. He is on fire. Abrams has gone over this prop in 5 straight games. He had 2 hits, runs, and RBI in both games of yesterday's doubleheader. Now Abrams is getting Dietrich Enns, who's in his second start in the big since 2021, plus it's a tired bullpen. They played the doubleheader yesterday. And Abrams is hitting the over on this prop in 62% of games this season and 75% of his last 20 overall. Mike Trout under 1.5 total bases. So he's gone under this in 70% of his last 20 games. 8 of his last 10 have gone under. 65% of Trout's last 20 road games went under this as well. And Trout's never faced Bryce Elder. He's hitting 250 Trout in 2 games at SunTrust. But because you never faced a pitcher before, the advantage goes to the pitcher, and this team is on Elder. It looks like he might have a good start today with like a 20-cent move in favor of Atlanta, despite Elder coming off a horrible performance, giving up 9 runs in his last start. Eugenio Suarez, over a half a hit, minus 145. Suarez has had at least 1 hit in 65% of his last 20 games, and 7 of his last 10 have gone over. The same numbers apply to Suarez's home games, and he's hitting 364 with 5 ribbies in 11 at-bats against Robbie Ray. Since Suarez didn't have a hit the last 2 games, I hate the words like he's due. He's just been so hot lately that in this series, he should be able to get at least 1 hit now off of the Giants. Shohei Ohtani under 2.5 total bases. Normally total base props are 1.5. Of course, for the unicorn, he gets 2.5. But he's gone under this in 65% of his last 20 home games. And Ohtani's gone under this in 3 of his last 5 overall. He's 1 for 6 against Aaron Savali in his career. Ohtani under 2.5 total bases on a prop that's a bit high for my liking. One side to get to, we'll go to Fishy Line. Since it's a short show, I left Marley out of the crate, and the Fishy Lines graphic, she freaks out over. Fishy line of the day, it's the Tigers and Nationals. Okay, good. She laid back down. So I kind of briefly mentioned the Tigers and Nationals game before, but the line moved a lot against Detroit, despite majority of action coming in on the Tigers. Neither team is known for their starter being great because you've got Dietrich Enns and Jake Irvin. However, Jake Irvin's been better at home. He's got a 3.59 ERA. On the road, it's 5.79. And he's just made his first start, and I know it's his first start in the bigs since 2021. Well, first appearance in the bigs since 2021. He threw a one-hitter against the Athletics. Really impressive. Yet, that was his first start back. And, now we have a little film. Is he going to be able to adjust? It looks like the line's moving against him. Detroit also has to head to Cleveland tomorrow. Well, they'll probably go tonight, but they have to go to Cleveland to play their series tomorrow against the division rival. Washington's staying home, so they don't have to worry about the travel. And again, it was a doubleheader yesterday with tired bullpens. I'd rather take the experienced Irvin at home with a lineup that's hitting pretty well right now, especially between Abrams and Woods. So, yeah, I could see why the Sharps are hitting the Nats. So the Nats today would be the play. But if anything, just stay away from the Tigers. Stay away. Thanks for the Houston Rockies bet. Which one? I don't remember which one. Yeah, you had a one-hitter and a shutout last game. But Nats fans taking wins where we can get it right now. Yeah, Detroit has 120. I'm just saying, I know that you're angry. I know, but I'm telling you, it's a fishy line. It doesn't mean that you need to bet the Nationals. Just don't bet the Tigers today. Just don't bet them. That's it. Look at what happened in the last game with Chase Burns. So he came up from the minors, got through the Yankees rotation the Yankees lineup the first time like a charm, gave up 3 runs the second time around. But he looked good in the first start because players haven't seen him yet, and he's got good stuff. Then the second game the second start that Burns made, got lit up. I'm just saying, you're going to trust this guy in Detroit, ends on one start when he was sent down in 2021, never came back up till 2025. You're going to judge him off one start on the road after a doubleheader with no bullpen to back them up? Just saying. Okay, Jays will sweep the Yanks. Wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Okay, I didn't really have much else today. It's a short slate of games, so we're just going to get to Royal Locks. My Royal Locks of the day, I know that you're not going to be able to believe that I'm giving you a hitter's prop as one of my favorite bets of the day, but we are going with Eugenio, I always say his name wrong, Eugenio Suarez, over a half a hit. So Suarez has had at least one hit in 65% of his last 20 games, 7 of the last 10. He's hitting well against Robbie Ray, 364 batting average, 5 ribbies at 11 at-bats. Suarez didn't get a hit the last 2 games. He should be able to get a hit at home in this game. I just like the matchup. He's been doing well, especially at home, taking the over a half a hit. Then Paige Becker's under 10.5 rebounds plus assists. She's gone under this in 62% of games this season, and at home she's gone under in 4 of 5. With such a large double-digit spread, Becker's is going to have to focus on more of the offensive side of the ball as opposed to grabbing boards and dishing it out like she normally does. I'm going under 10.5 rebounds plus assists for Paige Becker's. And in case you guys are just tuning in, I have to do a shortened pod today because I have to get to my parents' place, and there is only one train left at 6:22, so I need to run there. And also I have to take the dog, and I have to pack her up, and I have to make sure that it's a mess. getting back there. But anyway, there's no show tomorrow because it is the 4th of July. We all should celebrate America. Saturday, I will be on Last Call, filling in for Kelly in Vegas like I am all summer on Wager Talk. So you could look at Wager Talk Last Call. Anything that you need, go to the YouTube page for Prop Queen Sports. Subscribe, like, make sure to go check it out because Pam talks more about Wimbledon. You can get some takes on John Deere Classic, which is going on this week. We've also got Coach James Young talking about tonight's WNBA slate. If you don't want just props, you could get his sides. He's got 3 different spreads that he's betting for tonight's WNBA slate. PikkitSports, thank you for sponsoring as always. And everyone, if you want to check out what I bet tonight, including the Royal Locks, you can see what I've been betting. You can look at how the lines moved. You can see where the best lines are in the market. On the newsletter, I literally go to Pikkit and I give you the best lines on the newsletter, which is at PikkitSports. You can see where the best lines are in the market and go bet it. Don't forget, too, Premier Lacrosse All-Star Games this weekend, and you can bet the Premier Lacrosse All-Star Game. They've got a bunch of different things out there, so make sure to go check that out. I think that's it for me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. All New York teams win tonight, just Rodriguez says. Guess we'll find out. I guess you're including the Liberty in that because they are 10.5-point favorites. So that's going to be a doozy. I got to get out of here, but I appreciate you all. And I can't wait to make the big announcement next week as to who our newest partner is and why it's going to help you guys so much. And I'm also going to be giving some things away next week. So stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July. I will see you all on Saturday on Last Call on Wager Talk and on Monday here on the Prop Queen Pod.